The deepest desire we share is simple: to live with dignity and to maintain our independence. When you wake up in the middle of the night, needing to use the bathroom, your first instinct is usually to keep the house quiet and dark. You know the way. You don't want to wake anyone up. You don't want to be a bother. It is in that moment, the moment you decide to navigate your dark hallway and bathroom alone, that the greatest danger lies. We are not talking about simple accidents. We are talking about the fall, where you cannot get up. The fall that turns a broken hip into the beginning of the end of living alone. This conversation is urgent because we must protect your sacred dignity, the ability to care for yourself without fear and without calling for help in the night. While you still have full mobility, while you can still walk alone and navigate your home freely, we need to inspect 5 hidden dangers in the bathroom area that are silent destroyers of independence. These aren't obvious dangers like standing water. These are the normalized, overlooked items that turn into hazards when your senses are diminished by darkness, sleepiness, or medication. We start with the floor, because that is where the tragedy begins. Danger. 1. The hidden tripwire. We love our bathroom mats. They feel cozy, and they catch the drips when we step out of the shower. But an unsecured bath mat is the #1 physical trip hazard in the dark. Think about how you move at 3 a.m. You're not lifting your feet high. You're shuffling slightly, trying to stay quiet. If that mat has curled edges, or if it doesn't have a very secure, non-slip backing, the moment your sleepy toe catches the lip of the fabric, you are airborne. It happens too fast for you to correct. Action step number 1. Immediately check every single piece of fabric on your bathroom floor. If it slides when you push the edge with your foot, it must go. No exceptions. This is not about saving the $10 cost of a new rug. This is about saving your mobility. If you must have a mat, it needs to be the thin, industrial, securely taped down kind, or a heavy rubber option that stays glued to the tile. If you don't have the physical strength to test your own mats, please ask a neighbor or family member to check them today. Do not wait for the night to show you the danger. Danger 2. The blinding light trap. Most people are afraid of the dark, so they try to feel their way to the light switch. Once they find it, they hit the main, bright overhead light. This is a huge mistake for 2 reasons. First, that sudden, blinding shock of light at 3 a.m. destroys your remaining night vision instantly. When you go back to bed and turn the light off, you are plunged back into complete blackness, often feeling temporary disorientation or mild dizziness. This transition is what we call the light hangover. It makes you stumble sideways when you are least prepared for it. Second, the overhead light creates harsh shadows. It can make a familiar step or an object on the floor look confusingly distorted. The solution is simple and inexpensive. You must install low-level, permanent, motion-activated lighting. This can be a small LED strip plugged in near the floor or a sensor light glued underneath the cabinet. It should activate softly as you enter the room, providing just enough diffused light for you to see the path, the toilet, and the sink without shocking your system. Your eyes must remain adjusted enough so that when you turn off the light and leave, you can navigate your bedroom safely back to bed. This simple, soft light is crucial for protecting your balance. Danger 3. The clutter creep. The bathroom often becomes the catch-all room for things that don't belong elsewhere. Extra cleaning sprays, a small wastebasket, magazines, a medical scale, extra toilet paper rolls stored on the floor, or dozens of cosmetic bottles crowding the sink. In the daylight, this is just untidiness. At 3 a.m., every single item on the floor or around the base of the toilet is a landmine. When you are sleepy, you reduce the space you allow yourself to walk in. You narrow your path. When that path is lined with clutter, you are forced to step around things, changing your gait and challenging your balance. Worse still, if you suddenly lose your balance and reach out for support, grabbing a wobbly stack of towels or a tall bottle of shampoo will only accelerate your fall. You grab for stability and find a slippery, moving object instead. The rule for bathroom safety is absolute. Nothing should be stored on the floor except the base of the toilet itself. Clear the decks. If you must store items near the sink or toilet, they need to be secured in a permanent wall cabinet or a heavy, immovable shelf unit that won't tip if you lean on it. Simplicity is safety. A clear path is a long path toward independence. Danger 4. The unseen thermal threat. This danger does not cause you to trip, but it can cause severe dizziness, disorientation, or a rapid, uncontrolled slip if your body is shocked while you are already unsteady. This is the danger of scalding water. As we age, our skin receptors can become less sensitive, especially on our feet and hands, or we might have slower reaction times due to medications or circulation issues. What you believe is nice and hot in the sink might be scalding when you step into the shower. If you are halfway into the tub and the water suddenly jumps in temperature, that painful shock causes an immediate, involuntary movement away from the heat. That sudden, uncontrolled twist or step is a common cause of a slip and fall right in the tub. It is a danger magnified if you have grandchildren visiting, as their skin burns much faster than ours. Action. Check the setting on your home water heater. It should never be set higher than 120 degrees Fahrenheit, about 49 degrees Celsius. This setting is low enough to prevent serious scalding, protecting you from a shock-induced fall, and protecting any visitors from injury. We have covered physical items, lighting, clutter, and temperature control, all crucial physical steps for maintaining safety in the bathroom. But the most common cause of the late-night stumble that leads to the biggest tragedy is rarely in the bathroom at all. It is a critical habit we often do right before we go to sleep, completely unrelated to rugs or lighting, that destroys our balance before we even step out of bed. We will cover this critical fifth danger and the first major warning sign your body gives you before the fall in part 2. Please stay with me. Your independence is worth protecting. The true challenge of aging isn't avoiding a fall. It's maintaining the confidence that you can avoid it. That confidence is what keeps us moving, keeps us independent. We've talked about the initial dangers, the path to the bathroom, and the poor lighting that hides trouble. But once you're inside that small room, the battle against gravity gets serious. Let's look at the third hidden danger that turns your bathroom into a hazard zone after dark. Hidden danger. 3. The treacherous surface and the necessity trap. My friend, how old is the non-slip mat you use in the tub or shower? Many of us rely on those suction cup mats we bought years ago. They are often stiff, dirty, and the suction cups are failing. A dry, clean tile floor is bad enough when wet. But an old loose mat that shifts just as you bear your full weight onto it is a disaster in slow motion. You need a fresh, high-quality, securely anchored bath mat inside the shower or tub. Do not delay this. And what about stepping out? We often use a fluffy rug that looks nice, but if the underside doesn't grip the tile floor perfectly, that rug becomes a launch pad. As you shift your weight to dry your foot, the rug slides forward, and you fall backward, hitting the most unforgiving surface in your home. The necessity trap is related to this. Think about the rim of your bathtub. You need to step over it. That's a moment of significant instability, especially if you have arthritis or hip stiffness. If you are thinking, I can still manage it, remember that managing it at 3 p.m. when you are alert is not the same as managing it at 3 a.m. when you are groggy, cold, and in a hurry. You must look at your bathroom not as it is now, but how it will function when you are weaker, dizzier, or hurt. Install those grab bars now, while you are strong enough to use the drill yourself, or while you can still oversee the contractor easily. Don't wait until the day you realize you need them desperately. By then, it may already be too late to prevent the first serious fall. Hidden danger. 4. The internal rush and the chemical change. This is perhaps the most personal and least discussed danger. It concerns the internal rush, the urgent need to use the toilet at night. As we age, the signal from the bladder becomes intense and immediate. We are tempted to leap out of bed and rush. Rushing is always the enemy of safety, but we must also consider the chemical changes in your body, especially while you are asleep. Many of us take medication for blood pressure, sleep, or nerves. These medications can cause orthostatic hypotension, that dizzying drop in blood pressure when you stand up too quickly. You wake up, your heart is beating fast, the urgency is high, you bolt upright, your head spins, and the next thing you know, you are on the floor, confused about how you got there. The hidden danger here is not the floor, it is the speed of your transition. Here is a simple rule of 3 for nighttime trips. 1. Sit. Sit up fully in bed. Do not stand up immediately. 2. Wait. Put your feet on the floor. Count to 10 or 20. Let your body adjust to the new upright position. Wait for the dizziness to clear. 3. Stand. Once your head is clear and steady, then stand up, using the nightstand or headboard for support. It only takes 30 extra seconds. Those 30 seconds are the price of your dignity and continued independence. We often think the fall is caused by slipping, but often the fall is caused by a medical event, dizziness, heart flutter, or a side effect that happens because we rushed. Talk to your doctor about when you take your medication. Sometimes shifting a diuretic or a blood pressure pill by just an hour earlier in the evening can significantly reduce the urgency of the 3 a.m. dash. Hidden danger. The 5. Misplaced necessities and leaning. Think about your routine once you are soon as the toilet. Do you have to twist around or reach far to get the toilet paper? Do you have to stretch across the sink to reach the soap? If your toilet paper holder is too far behind you, or if the soap is stored on a high shelf, you are forcing yourself into unstable positions. You might grab the edge of the sink basin for support while standing up. Are you certain that sink is bolted securely to the wall? Many older pedestal sinks are surprisingly wobbly. They are not designed to take the full weight of a person who is struggling to stand up. The final hidden danger is reaching and leaning on unsecured objects in the dark. Keep everything you need within easy arm's reach while you are comfortably seated or standing. Move the toilet paper holder forward. Use a low cabinet or a secured trolley for necessities. We must change the habit of treating the bathroom as just a functional room and start treating it as a life safety zone. We must arrange it not for beauty or convenience, but for absolute, guaranteed stability. My friend, we have covered the physical dangers and the environmental traps inside your home's most dangerous room. But avoiding a nightfall is not just about correcting the environment. It is also about adopting specific protective daily habits that reduce the need for that dangerous nighttime journey in the first place. In our next segment, we will shift focus from the dangers we can see to the habits we need to adopt now. Simple daily routines involving water intake and evening activity that can keep you sleeping soundly until morning. This shift is arguably the most powerful tool you have to protect your independence and avoid that lonely call for help. We've talked about the ground you walk on, the lack of lighting, and the hidden trips lurking in your path. But the floor isn't the only risk when you're trying to balance half asleep. The third hidden danger causing nighttime falls is the reliance on objects that were never designed to hold your weight. Think about that moment when you are half in and half out of the shower, or when you are trying to steady yourself after standing up too quickly from the toilet. Where does your hand go first? For most of us, it's the towel rack or the rim of the sink basin. We grab them instinctively. We assume they are solid. This assumption is a tremendous gamble. A towel rack is usually secured by 2 small screws into thin drywall. It can snap away with less than 50 pounds of pressure, especially when you pull it sharply. That sudden loss of support throws your entire body off balance, leading to a fall forward or backward, often hitting the hardest surfaces, the porcelain or the tile edge. Even the edge of a pedestal sink can be precarious. If you press down hard, the sink can crack, or the fixture can shift, sending you sprawling onto the floor while you are still dazed. Don't wait until you are struggling to accept help. Give your hand something strong and reliable to hold. This is where the wisdom of the grab bar comes in. Now I know what you might be thinking. Grab bars feel like admitting defeat. They feel clinical. They feel like a sign that you are moving into a different phase of life. But look at them differently. They are not about weakness. They are about independence. They are tools that allow you to continue showering safely and privately for years to come. A properly installed grab bar, one screwed deeply into the wall studs, not just the sheetrock, is a promise. A promise that you can lift yourself, steady yourself, and take those crucial 3 steps without fearing the loss of support. You should have 2. One installed vertically, right at the entrance of the shower or tub, and one horizontal bar installed at elbow height inside the shower wall. If you use a raised toilet seat, a sturdy frame around the toilet is also non-negotiable. Don't skimp on this. If you're afraid to ask a contractor or a handy family member, remember this cost is tiny compared to the hospital deductible after a hip fracture. It's an investment in your private dignity and your long-term ability to walk out of the bathroom under your own power. Now, let's move past the physical surroundings and talk about the 4th danger, the internal rush. The danger isn't just in the room. It's in how quickly you move once you wake up. When you are 60, 70, or older, your brain doesn't transition from deep sleep to full alertness in the time it used to. Your blood pressure often drops when you stand up fast. Your muscles take a moment to engage fully, and your vision, even with glasses, is trying to adjust from total darkness to the low amber light you might have installed. But urgency overrules wisdom. That sudden demanding need to get to the toilet causes us to rush. We think, I must hurry, or I don't have time to be careful. And rushing is the #1 cause of avoidable falls at night. Rushing means you miss the edge of the rug. Rushing means you don't notice the slight lip where the bedroom floor meets the bathroom tile. Rushing means you don't take the time to brace yourself before you shift your weight. We have to consciously adopt a new nighttime routine, the 6-second pause. Before you even swing your legs over the side of the bed, sit up fully. Count slowly to 6. Check in with your body. Do you feel dizzy? Are you overly lightheaded? Let your blood pressure stabilize. Only then do you stand up. Move at 50% speed until you have finished your business and are safely back in bed. Think of it as moving through a quiet, critical mission. Slow, deliberate, and focused on every step. This rush is often amplified by another factor, medications. The 4th hidden danger has a partner, the interplay between late-day habits and prescription side effects. Many common medications for blood pressure, sleep, anxiety, or pain can cause delayed dizziness or a strong, sudden urge to urinate in the middle of the night. If you've started a new prescription or if your dosage has changed, that nighttime trip is the most dangerous time for a surprise side effect. Talk to your doctor specifically about the timing of your medication. Could taking that water pill earlier in the afternoon help you sleep through the night without a demanding trip to the bathroom? Could taking a certain blood pressure medication at bedtime increase your risk of feeling faint when you stand up? Don't assume all side effects happen immediately after you swallow the pill. The reaction often happens hours later when your body is relaxed and vulnerable. Protecting your independence means understanding the timing of your body and the timing of your medicine. We've covered the floor, the light, the unstable supports, and the internal rush. But there is one final, critically important danger that most of us overlook because it involves the simplest, most mundane item in the bathroom. Something we touch every single day. This 5th mistake is the subtle decay of a core item that guarantees your safety and hygiene. We will cover that crucial final warning and the simple, inexpensive way to fix it right after this. We've talked about the slick floors, the wrong lights, and the clutter that turn your bathroom into a hidden hazard course when the rest of the house is sleeping. But there are 2 final dangers, simple to fix, that hold the key to protecting your independence in that most critical minute of the night. The 4th danger is thinking you don't need support. Maybe you feel strong today. Maybe you can stand up from the toilet seat or step over the tub edge without issue. That is wonderful, but wisdom asks you to prepare for the one night that you can't. The moment you push yourself up is when your blood pressure dips, your balance shifts, and you need a solid anchor. Many seniors resist installing grab bars because they feel it signals weakness. But let me tell you, proactive strength is the highest form of wisdom. The bars are not a sign of surrender. They are the armor that preserves your ability to continue doing things alone. Check the height of your toilet seat. If it's too low, the energy required to stand up puts you at risk. A simple riser seat or a sturdy bar mounted vertically next to the toilet can cut that risk in half. And please, look at your shower area. If you are holding onto the slippery side of the shower door, or even worse, the towel rack, stop immediately. A towel rack is designed to hold a light towel, not the entire weight of a human body when gravity is pulling you sideways. It will rip out of the wall, and you will fall. You need professionally installed stainless steel grab bars, secured directly into the wall studs, both inside the shower and right where you step out. These are non-negotiable insurance for your body. Now let's talk about the fifth, and perhaps most overlooked danger. The combination of urgency and medication. It is 3 a.m. You wake up suddenly needing to go. That immediate urgency causes you to rush, and rushing is the enemy of balance. If you take blood pressure medication, or any medicine that causes grogginess, standing up too quickly from a deep sleep can cause orthostatic hypotension, that sudden dizzy drop when you stand up. You combine that dizziness with the immediate need to walk on unfamiliar ground, and you are inviting a fall. The solution is patience, even when your body screams for speed. When you wake up, sit on the edge of the bed for 1 slow minute. Let your eyes adjust to the low light. Let your blood pressure stabilize. Take 2 deep breaths, and before your feet touch the cold floor, put on your slippers. Not just any slippers, but those with sturdy backs and thick, non-skid soles. That cold shock of the tile floor can cause a quick physical contraction that throws off your gait, especially on a very cold night. These 5 dangers, the light, the clutter, the slick floor coverings, the lack of support, and the urgent rush, they are all within your control. Take back that control today. Walk through your home and see it not through the eyes of habit, but through the eyes of protection, because that is what true independence means. Not avoiding change, but making the right changes now, so you never have to ask for help later. Making your home a fortress of safety is the first vital step in protecting your physical self. But true independence requires strength and wisdom in every area of your life. We have to keep our physical strength up so we can walk freely, and we must keep our financial strength up so we can live freely. In our next segment, we move out of the bathroom and into the kitchen, where we will discuss the 3 silent habits of eating and drinking that are stealing your energy and making your steps slower and more unsteady, even if you think you are eating well. This is a crucial lesson in protecting the energy that keeps you walking on your own terms.